Connect with Elliot in the Morning on Twitter at EITM Online.
What were you doing in Florida?
I was a mermaid. I went into a submersible.
Right.
I went into a greased pig catching contest.
Oh, how'd you do in that?
I came out liberal.
Wait, is this all for what show
Bert
is
the Conqueror.
Conqueror?
Yeah.
Wait, so where are we on Trip Flip? I don't want to talk about your TV shows yet.
No, that's fine. I don't know. Well, I think we're.
But aren't you doing both?
Yeah, right now I am. Yeah. But we haven't started up Trip Flip yet. I don't know technically what's going on with it.
Right. Because they brought Bert the Conqueror back.
They brought Bert the Conqueror back, and they're such globally different shows.
Yes.
Meaning one, I'm a straight host, and a Bert the Conqueror. I brought my computer so you can see a little bit of the cut because I got to show it to you. And by the way, I did not say that if you work at Travel Channel. I did not say that I'm about to share it with media right now. I lost my computer. So, but they're so different, like globally different shows that that I think, and everyone's we've all moved around. No one's gotten fired, but everyone got upgraded.
Right.
So we have a new president, and then our old president became a new head of all the brands.
Right.
So
that's good.
It's good. Shannon,
no, they like you.
Yeah, no, and I'm not going anywhere for a year at least. And so they got to air this Bert the Conqueror. but yeah, so everything's good. It's just no one's really sure. Everyone's still getting settled, so they're trying to figure out what they're going to do.
Right, no, but it's good that
shows.
Bert the Conqueror's back.
It's good. It's really interesting. It's very different. I started this business as Bert the Conqueror, where it was me, and the whole thing was let Bert be Bert. Right. And I was like, this is amazing. And then I did Trip Flip, and it was at times, it was an amazing experience, but at times you definitely felt like a host, and you didn't feel like I do these amazing things that were really funny. Right. And then they just wouldn't make the show, and I'd get bummed sometimes, but the show was good, so it didn't matter to me. Right. But now this Let Bert Be Bert is like, they gave me with whatever crew I wanted, and they were like, let Bert be Bert. But then I started feeling the pressure of letting Bert be Bert, because I don't even know who Bert is sometimes. And so literally we went to this monkey kingdom in Miami yesterday. Right. And I was like, so what are we doing? And they're like, I don't know, man. You just go in. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? And they're like, just be Bert. And I was like, yeah, Bert's a little hungover right now. Bert wants to go back to bed. And they're like, and my cameraman was like, I think you'll perk back up. So then they just gave me this handful of dried fruit. Right. By the way, listen to me. I swear to God on my children. If you ever go to Miami, listen to me right now. If you ever go to South Florida in any capacity, especially with your children, you go to Monkey Kingdom. Right. And you feed the monkeys.
Are they just everywhere?
I didn't know that.
Oh.
I was unaware that they were everywhere in the trees.
Right.
And they just gave me a handful of things, like stick your arm out and hold the things right here, like at your chest, like the Statue of Liberty almost. Right. So I did that, and literally 20 monkeys jumped onto me. It was the greatest feeling I've ever felt in my life.
Oh, I'd be paranoid.
Oh, no, it was so great. Their little monkey fists, grabbing food and eating it, and just looking you in the eyes as they grab it. You could hand them some. It was spiritual. I could become their god. Like if I just get enough trail mix and just walk around in like a loincloth and just monkeys all over me, it was the greatest thing I've ever done.
But you weren't afraid they were going to pull your eyes or your face off?
No, they're little baby monkeys. They're little
baby monkey could beat you up.
Oh, they're so sweet, dude. Even if they had AIDS, I don't care. If the guy was like, listen, a couple of them have AIDS, I'd be like, I'll roll the dice. They're that cute. They're the best monkeys I've ever been around. Ever been around. And then I played with the gorilla. Not play with him, but I made him laugh. I told him a joke. Oh my God, I totally forgot about this. We went, they have a gorilla there, a 35-year-old gorilla. Or a 45-year-old gorilla.
You're not in the pen with the gorilla.
Across from a holding area. Right. So I said to the lady, does he laugh? She's like, yeah. I said, well, I think that's where we need to connect with animals. If you can make them laugh. I'm like, if I can make my dog laugh, I'd like my dog so much. If I could just tell Priscilla a joke and she would just go, like Scooby, that's what we wanted. And so I did an impression of the gorilla. She said the commands. And I walked up like a gorilla, and then she goes, stand, and I stood like this, and then I started pounding my chest, and when I pounded my chest, he went, and I went, I just made a gorilla laugh. It was the greatest moment of my life. Oh, we gotta kill this drink right now. Start fresh. I might need a little topper. Man, I was a lightweight back in college. This is what I drank? I'm just drinking vodka on the rocks now. I've cut out all the mixers.
What are you doing with your
just
pelvis?
Just a little up on the tea tips of toes. I'm in such a great mood right now. This This is what okay, keep going. It's like if I can make my wife's cat laugh, I think I'd like it.
But don't you have chickens now?
That tastes so good. Yeah, we do have baby chickens.
Yeah, what are you doing with a chicken coop?
Well, nothing. Nothing. I'm not doing anything.
Well, so why do you have it?
We got baby chickens because, I don't know, there's this thing that goes on in society, I think, that people want to make life more difficult for themselves to connect with the humanity. I don't know what it is. Like, people like grow their own kale gardens.
Okay. I mean, I don't know anybody who does that.
Yeah, like people have like kale gardens and grow their own tomatoes. Oh, I grew this. And you're like, yeah, it took like 6 months. It's mediocre at best. Why didn't you just buy some? No, because I grew it. Have it. And then it's like all this hardship for something that, like when our ancestors like figured out, I can just buy a tomato. They're like, I'm done with this tomato garden. This tomato garden is kicking my ass. And so Leanne's there. She wants chicken so she can get. Oh, it's Joe Rogan's fault. It's Joe Rogan's fault because he has a chicken coop in his house, but Joe's got money, so he has a really nice chicken coop with like 12 chickens, and they're rich chickens. They're like chickens you give to a rich person. So they come out and they climb on you. We got these rescue chickens in like a hoopty. They're sitting in a hoopty rig on the side by my weight belt. And by the way, when you get them, you can't put them outside until they're like 6 months. So they got to live in my man cave.
So they're living in the house?
And they started flying, and no one cared to look around to see if they were flying in the man cave. So I have 3 wild chickens in the man cave, crapping everywhere. Everywhere. I threw a temper tantrum. I had to talk to my therapist about it. I was like, no one cares about me. Like, no one, like, I feel like always, like I just show up, and they're like, oh, Dad, by the way, chickens are living in the man cave. And I'm like, that's something I would have to ask my dad, can I buy a chicken? Right. Do you mind if I then put it in your personal space and let it go to the bathroom over all your things that you find important? And then my dad will go, what world do you live in right now where I can't hit you as hard as I want? And the girls just laugh. They laugh. They're like, what is funny? I was like, it's not funny. And then they find that more funny, and then they don't even call me Dad. They call me Bertrude McFuzz. Calm down, Bertrude. My fly's down. Do you think that's the first step in Alzheimer's? Like, his fly's been down 10 times this week. Yeah, so that was, so we got these 3 baby chicks that basically run our house.
But is the goal for them to like lay eggs, and like you're going to have eggs that you can make?
We're hoping for a golden egg. No, they lay eggs. They lay like, I guess they lay like 5 eggs a week. No, I don't know. I don't really know. To be honest with you, I'm really on the back burner on this chicken decision. Like, I wasn't consulted. I know I paid for them, but I wasn't consulted. And right. and they got here's what's upsetting. They got 3. Leanne got 1, Isla got 1, and Georgia got 1. I go, why wouldn't you guys get me a chicken? Right. And they're like, we didn't think you'd want one. I go, well, I want one if we're gonna communist socialist take care of it. Like, if Mom's gonna do all the work, then give me one so I can name it, and that'll be my chicken. And they're like, well, why would we get you a chicken? I go, why would you get Isla chicken? Why would you get Mom a chicken? Why would anyone get a chicken here? If you're getting chickens, you get me a chicken also. And you have a dog. Well, you have a dog too. Like, it just drove me nuts.
Is this why you're taking the month of December off?
I'm taking the whole month of December off.
Are you really?
Yeah.
How are you you're not gonna be able to function?
Oh, we'll see. It's gonna be one of those. I'll probably buy a golf cart. Me with a fuzzy navel driving through the neighborhood at 4 a.m. playing "Hold On Loosely" as loud as I can. I don't know. I my goal is to get healthy. Right. Like, my goal is to
on the podcast you say you're taking the month of December off because you have to get your life in order.
It's just I want to be in shape. I want my blood pressure to be perfect.
Right.
Right now it's perfect, but I'm on blood pressure medicine. so that it's like saying, yeah, my life's fantastic. But by the way, I'm drinking every single day. So like, I want to get off blood pressure medicine. I want to get super healthy. Like, I want to get back to I want to be 200 pounds.
Right.
Just so that I live forever. That's it. I got in a roller coaster the other day and they couldn't click the button.
Oh,
and I got so being dead serious.
You're not that big.
That's what I said. I'm looking at other fat people going, how did you get in? And the guy, and the poor girl that did it, she's like 16 years old, and she pushes it, and then she pulls the seatbelt to click it in, and it's got like an inch. She pulls it up, and she just looks at me like we both got fat. Like, uh-oh. Like, what do we do about this? And I was like, And I looked at her like, it's your fault also. And then she goes, can you breathe in? Take a breath and suck your stomach in? And I was like, no, who wants to ride a roller coaster like that in a Houdini restraint? No, I can't. And so she goes, she's like, and I don't know what her panic was. She's like, please. And so I go, okay. So I suck it up. She pushes it down tighter. I'm like, Argh. She's like, little more. And I'm like, Argh. And then she puts it in. She goes, it fit. And I was like, no, thanks, Cinderella. So yeah, that's.
So you want to get healthy?
No, I got in the back of the submersible yesterday, right. and I look at it and it does not look like. I'm like, where do I put my legs?
But I don't understand what you were supposed to do with that thing.
If you Google it, I'm sure you can Google it.
I saw a picture of it.
Sea Extreme Adventure? SeaExtreme.com or something? Sea Extreme.
Key West?
Miami?
Oh.
Yeah, maybe Key West.
Here it is.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is exactly what I did. Do you see that maneuver?
Right.
That is exactly what I did.
So you're inside that thing that looks like a shark.
It looks like a shark. It's a submarine.
Oh, look at that thing.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
So it's
Dude, that thing's awesome.
It's
look
awesome.
at that old lady. She's having fun.
Yeah. But see where that old lady's sitting?
Right.
That's where I sat. All 240 pounds of me. That old lady that's 130 pounds, I crammed in there like Cinderella's fat foot, and then he takes you. It goes 50 miles an hour.
Right. How far down do you go?
You go 6 feet down.
Right.
Which is terrifying.
Right. No, 6 feet. If you jump into a pool, you go 6 feet down.
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Okay. You're shoved into a cockpit.
Right.
Like literally a cockpit that feels like a coffin, because once he locks it,
right,
you're in the back. There's no handles you can get out. So if something goes wrong,
you're in.
He gets out. You try to hope maybe get out. And he's like, and I go, does water come in? He goes,
so
sometimes.
You're paranoid at that point.
Well,
like you're already flipping out.
You just start thinking, and I go, how many of these are around there? And he goes, this is the only one in the world. I go, what? He goes, I think there's one in New Zealand, but this is the only one in the United States.
Right.
And I was like, okay. So I'm thinking, this is the one guy that knows how to drive it. Like I'm trying to do all the math of like, these are how accidents happen, and it's in Florida, and so like you can't really see it because it's underwater, so boats might hit it.
Right.
And all the things are going through my head. That's catastrophe thinking. After I fell off that mountain or that waterfall, right, I start really doing catastrophe thinking, and I'm back there going, there's no getting out. I'm sweating. I got GoPros everywhere, and then he takes it and he rolls it.
Right.
And now you're upside down. You're just upside down in the water, like you can see the fish and everything, and you're just upside down. And you're just hoping it rolls over like a kayak. And I'm already like suffocating. And then he rolls it over and I'm like, oh my God. And then he goes, you ready to dive? And I'm like, no. And he just punches it and you just start, the water, it's so cool. The water just goes over the shield.
Over everything, right?
And then all of a sudden it's all blue and you're just underwater. And then he goes, all right, hold on. And then he leaps out of the air 18 feet in the air.
Shut up.
18 feet in the air. And you land just... Now, mind you, I'm in the fetal position in the back of this thing, like I'm giving birth. Like if I was giving birth in Romania in the 1800s, this is the position I'm in, right? And so I'm literally. It is one of the coolest things I've ever done. There's nothing you can't describe it.
Right.
There's nothing like it.
Yeah, if it's the only one, there's nothing else like it. It looks awesome.
It's pretty amazing. It really is pretty amazing. But there is a fear of like if something goes wrong.
Yeah, then you're done.
He dove too deep one time,
right?
And it wouldn't right back up. So it like you ever seen a motorcycle where they get up on the front thing?
Yeah, sure.
He did that. So it just got up on the nose, and I'm like, oh! And it looks like it's going to tip over, and I'm like, no, please! Because I'm not seatbelted in. There's no seatbelts. Why would you put seatbelts if you're only making 2? Who's going to sue you? The guy who made it? No, it's just, there's no seatbelts. There is a seatbelt. We're not using it. It's a 5-point harness, and he's like, nah, it would just make things cumbersome.